Well, sorry guys. This is the start of the video though. Got a little excited. I just got off of work and look at this.
Holy shnikes, baby. That's a big freaking shark if I ever seen one. Look at this right here. 2.5 14-inch air shock. Oh man. Look at these things, man. They better have came with a sticker. I'm gonna be pissed. Oh, that is sick. So I'm very disappointed. These things did not come with freaking stickers. Unreal. But anyway, can open the other two, mount them right here, and then dangle it. Put these little brackets I have for it. These little fellas. And then just put those on the bottom of the shock, see where it lands, and then weld it on there. I love these things. They're so sick. Well, I guess I should probably explain. I originally wanted 2.5-inch, 14-inch coilovers, king coilovers, but I had them in my cart for who knows how long, months. And the price that it originally was a pretty decent price. And then I went to go actually get serious about buying them. And they literally went up like $600. Actually, probably even more than that. But anyway, it was literally like almost $4,500 for coilovers. And then I was sitting at work one night and saw a Jeep had these air shocks, nitrogen shocks. It's all the same, and they were like half price. And I think they're just a nice, sleek, simple design. Nothing too crazy looking. And my wallet liked it better, so these are what I went with. 14-inch, 2.5 air shock. They're pretty sick looking. Apparently they hold like 1,200 pounds per corner, so should be perfectly fine for this rig. I'm waiting on buying the oil and then the nitrogen so I can actually fill them up, but for now I'm just gonna get them at least somewhat mounted onto the Jeep so it can sit kind of level. So let's see, top is this way. All the bolts I have are too big to fit into here. It's a 1/2 inch. So, screwdriver it is. But go like this. Then get these little mounts that I got from Amazon. Pretty nifty little pre-cut mounts. Okay, so now get these little mounts. I can't see. Put it on the screwdriver. If you tell, it's the wrong way, obviously. Oh yeah. Something like that. Let me actually mock it up so you guys can see what's happening. Okay, so I'm thinking something like that, maybe. Has just a slight angle. The issue right now is
Kind of hard to tell, but the shock body is hitting right there.
I think if I just grind that down just a tad, then it'll fit perfectly fine. I'm just gonna tack it on there like that. Do the same on the other side, and the back should be done.
All right, let me get these tacked on real quick, and we go to the other side. Go to the front side. Okay. Should be good enough for now. Now for this side. Got me a huge bolt, but it should work.
So this one I'm just gonna clearance right now because it's not fitting. Might as well do the other side while I'm here. Well, it's not pretty, but I clearanced it. Both sides. Still hitting just a tad, but now I can at least line this up with the other side. Okay, got this one all mocked up. Just gonna tack it on there, and then we'll drop her down, see what it sits like. Got that side tacked on, just need to throw a bolt in it. That one's done. And I'm thinking it actually might sit about this height. At least that's my plan. If everything transmission-wise, all that will allow.
Okay, let's lower it down and see what it looks like. That's pretty sick.
This is what it looks like.
Pretty dang sick. Obviously those are just tacked. I need to finish welding them, but gotta do a bunch of welding on this thing actually.
It's actually sitting on its own weight right now though. It's pretty sick. Well, besides the front. The front, I need to bring the axle back a little bit because the bump stops are a little too far back. But I'm thinking I'm either gonna make a plate over this link or I'm gonna make a plate right here and then mount the shock there. Obviously it'll all be back a little further, but it's looking sick. I think if everything allows, transmission, all that fancy stuff, it should be able to sit just like a few inches higher than this, which would be so sick. I seen this video of the guy that had these Kings on it, which made me want to get these. And he had his bump stops. Well, obviously there was some silver showing on the shock right here, probably like 4 or 5 inches. But then he was riding like not on the bump stop, but pretty dang close to almost always hitting the bump stop. I don't know how ideal that is, but that's kind of my goal here, is to get this thing as low as possible because it looks sick and lower center of gravity. But 98% just because it looks cooler. Well, it's a new day. Got the back shocks done. I just need to fully weld it. And these front ones, thinking I'm gonna cut this right here so it's into a nice little square. Then either put it something like that over the link, or
put it how it is sitting right here, make this a nice little flat spot, and then put the 2 little brackets that actually go to the shock, if that makes sense. So I'm just gonna cut these real quick and do a nice square, and then I'll show you guys. See how straight I can get this. Shoot, straight enough. We'll get the rest of these cut. Okay, they are definitely not perfect, but it'll do. So something like this. Just pinch them a little together, weld it all up, and then the shock should fit right. Alrighty, something like that. It's obviously not perfect or beautiful, but it'll definitely work. And it's mounted with a screwdriver. I'm gonna just knock out the other side, and the suspension is done. Alrighty, one mount right there. One mount right there. It'll bend in once I actually get a bolt on it, or a nut. But I think that'll work pretty good. She's finally sitting all on her own. It's pretty sick. Oh, I forgot to mention, I'm still going to move the axle back just a tad, at least till this bump stop lines up perfectly. But she's looking good. I'm really hoping it'll be able to sit just a few inches higher than this. And it'll be. Well, let's lift it up and see if it binds up or anything. I really hope it doesn't. Well, I did not think about this for some reason. It is so close. Maybe this, yeah, it's touching right there. That's a limit strap thing anyway, so I can just move that to a different side or back a little bit further. But this other side, it's not hitting the main frame, it's just hitting the limit strap again. It's not ideal, but I mean, hey, that'll work for me. Well, like I expected, obviously it's not bolted in correctly, but while flexing, I guess I'll include that in the video, the little time lapse, it was like this much that it could clear before it hit the frame again. So my brother and I were talking maybe to lop these off and then just clock them this way, so they're pointing out this way and the shock is a little further out away from the frame, or just get new mounts and then do that. Same with this side. Yeah, so I'm just gonna lop these off next day's off, and I just ordered some new, pretty much the same mount, but we'll just clock it this way and that should fix all the issues. And I guess I should update you guys. Motor-wise, I really wanted to put 5.3 LS out of like a Suburban, like a 2000 Suburban or Tahoe. But after a lot further research, it's gonna be very expensive for what I wanna do. Maybe one day I'll get to do the LS, but I think for now, I'm just going to take this apart, or my buddy might buy it. He literally just told me today. So we'll see if that happens. But for now, I'm just gonna stick with a 4.0 6-cylinder out of a Cherokee and literally just use the transmission, transfer case, all of it, and just slap it in here and then just re-gear it with 538 gears, and that should be perfectly fine. Won't sound cool like a V8, but it'll at least be able to have enough power and be able to crawl like I want it to. For now, I'm just gonna finish welding everything, all the links, all that, make sure everything's finished welded there. And then I guess the next step is engine and transmission, which might come out of this or a different Cherokee, depending if my friend buys this one or not. Once the engine and transmission's in this thing, things will get moving a lot quicker, I think. For now, this is how she sits. It's looking pretty dang good, I think. It's actually pretty decently level. Obviously that'll all change with engine weight and nitrogen and the shocks, but she's getting there. Getting pretty excited about it.